I didn't even like take a 5-minute break here on this one. Just jump right into the next one. Okay, who's tracker now? This is number 7. Number 7 in my series of boy hunting videos. And so one more after this one, because again, I probably won't get it in. Whatever I want to say, but 6:55 there now. 5 to 7. So I've been about 2 hours now at this. I'm going to have an awful lot of fooling around out tonight now at the moment where I try to upload all these videos. Every single freaking one, I'm doing my damnedest to keep within the 20-minute time frame, so I should not have a problem with that. I shouldn't have any copyright notifications, and I'm trying my very best to watch my language, people, so I hope the Lord's not going to be a problem with any of that. So, yeah. So number 7 in my series of bow hunting videos. It is now nearly 7 o'clock in the evening, and you see the lighting in the background there is just getting duller and duller. I'm hoping that the light in the ceiling and lamp I have on the table is going to be enough to make a difference. But pretty soon it's really going to be too dull for me to even try to do anything. Constantly moving around on the chair here to get to a position to get close enough to you live and learn, see. I mean, I'm doing all this sort of stuff for the first time, so you live and learn. People that get trained in courses and so on, that they do all this sort of stuff, you know, you learn all this in your course, you know. So I'm kind of like crash course here in how to do this right or better or whatever. So same day, of course, July the 18th, 2020. July the 18th, 2020, 7 o'clock. I'm going by a battery operated clock on the wall there. I think it's probably, could be several minutes slow, so it might be after 7 now actually. So okay, now I'm going to jump right in there now. I've tried my damnedest not to jibber jabber here too much more. As far as what I'm looking for. So anyway, now I've covered the personality of the individual, or to some degree anyway. After saying that the person should be sort of, preferably, that this is my preference. I want kind of like carve this in stone as being absolutely, immutably, unchangeable, whatever. I'm just expressing my ideal preferences. And so my ideal preference, personality-wise, is that the individual overall, in most of their hobbies and interests and tastes and so on and so forth, will kind of gravitate more toward kind of classic old school taste in most of their things. So that includes their music taste, that includes their dressing style, that includes their interior design, you know, how they decorate their apartments, you know, their living environments and so on and so forth, you know. Like I bring it up because of course these are things that create problems after the fact if they become annoying things within the relationship that one or the other doesn't like or whatever. Well, it's better to get it all out of the way from the very beginning, is it not? I mean, you know, to get those problems out of the way before they even have a chance to arise. And I'm after always saying that, accounts guys, that should not be pursuing me in this respect, without belaboring that again. So, you know, so look at the video number 6 for that one there. I'm trying to keep track of the numbers now. It's like I lost all that video just getting into that, so I won't go into that again. So, now, what I'm looking for physically, as I said in previous videos, okay, number one, right off the bat, it's just as the racial, ethnic group or whatever that I'm targeting, actually targeting these videos toward. You should be Asian, okay? Asian, an Asian man, an Asian young man, an Asian younger man. You really should be Asian, okay? If some good-looking, reasonably good-looking white guy or black guy or whatever I gotta be careful how I say this because I really truly have my heart set on getting an Asian boyfriend, okay? So I don't really kind of want to water that down too much. I don't know, I mean, it's like, if you're not Asian, and you fit the description in many other respects, and despite all my babbling and going on there and my perceived attitude and all the rest of it, I still somehow intrigue you in any kind of way, and you might want to pursue something with me. Like, see, well, the only thing you can do, if you're not an Asian guy, is just comment to the videos, tell me a little bit about yourself, and be willing to maybe provide some pictures or something. I mean, what can I say? Like, give me something to work with as far as visuals as to what you look like. You have the visual here with these videos. You can see exactly how I look, you know. So, I mean, I like to have the same thing. Have some, you know. So, if you're not Asian, and you're still a reasonably good-looking fellow, and you're reasonably fit, and you fit the description in every other respect, comment to my videos, tell me a bit about yourself, you know, and what your hobbies and your interests are, and so on, so what you're looking for yourself, sort of thing. And be prepared to give me some pictures. Okay? Now, if you are an Asian guy, well, I'm going to tell you right off the bat exactly what I'm looking for. So you already fit the first criteria, you're Asian. By Asian, I'm talking primarily, not exclusively, but primarily Chinese. Okay? If you're Chinese, you're right up there, like right at the top of the list, okay? Because I'm definitely, like, I'm really got my heart set on trying to find a good-looking, reasonably good-looking, young or younger, or young-ish, we'll say, having a youthful personality, Chinese fellow, Chinese guy. So if you're already there, well, there you go, fine. You know, that's wonderful. Within the category of Asian guys, of course, I suppose any of the Asian countries, I guess, I mean, you know, I'm big into Korean guys, so if you're Korean, okay, you're really high up on the list as well. I've seen a lot of images, a lot of Korean guys, like really, really attractive. I mean, the way you dress, your ways and so on, that personality and so on, that you attract me in a lot of ways, you know, so you know, you would automatically be very high on the list. So like Chinese, Korean, they kind of sort of in the similar category sort of thing. Japanese, same thing, you know, very high in the category. Again, like all the Asian countries, like the Filipino guy probably, a little lower down, but not too much, you know. My friend right now that I met online here, he's Indonesian. I've seen images of Indonesian guys, a lot of attractive Indonesian guys out there, you know, so if you're Indonesian, you know, you're fairly high on the list as well. A good chunk of the boy love stuff I've been watching now recently over the past month, going to 2 months now, has been Thai, produced from Thailand. And through that, I've seen a lot of material, watched a lot of videos from Thai guys. You're really attractive. You're really, really high on my list as well. So, you know, if you happen to be a Thai guy, and you fit the other descriptions that I'm after giving, you know, well, you know, you're a very good possibility as well. Like I don't even know. I'm sorry. It might make me sound a little bigoted here or ignorant. I just don't know all the Asian countries. You know, Taiwan, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, Korea. You know, China. Am I missing any? The major ones, the main ones. Any of these countries, okay? You know, like if you come from any of these countries, you know, within the Asian category, you're right up there as being like very high on my list of the guys I'm kind of looking for. But to top that list still would be guys from mainland China itself. So apart from that, you should be slim, How do I define this now so you can get a good sense? Okay, the only way I know how to do this so you can get a sense of what I'm talking about is to use myself as an example, okay? Now, I've got my shirt open now for an entire video and a second, you can't really see, but now, okay, I'm not stripping as such, okay, because I know YouTube is not going to allow me to do that. Now, I may do a future video somewhere down the road, probably once it comes up, beefed up a little bit more, where I might do a workout routine almost nude. I'll get away with it, maybe with a G-string on or whatever. Preferably if I get myself tanned up as well, which I don't know if I'm even going to be able to work, get in this summer, unless we get more for summer than we're getting so far. But anyway. For you to get a sense of the kind of physique I'm looking for, at the very, very least, the minimum, at the standard I'm at myself, okay, I'm just going to have to show you. So here we go. I'm going to get up and show you now, okay? So, now, I don't know how well this is going to work, so, okay. Now, I'm stepping away from the, okay. So, okay, so here we go. So, I've got my stomach sucked in just slightly, but not too much. Yeah, so I guess the best thing for me to do is just to take my shirt off altogether. So, and I have found, like, cameras there are horrible in one sense because they do make you look a lot bigger. Okay, so like I'm not saying that I necessarily prize myself, and I say I'm looking to try to get my stomach in like this. Now I can do that without too much effort. I'm after eating a day and a little bit, so I kind of get a little bit bloated because of that. Don't have a lot of muscle yet. I'm working on that, you know. So I'm working on it, you know. See, I can't get out to a gym or anything. So what I'm doing, I'm just doing around the house. Let's see if I can show you here. So once you start this again recently, okay, this one shows a little bit better. A little bit of muscle there. Okay, I'm not trying to impress you that way. I'm just saying that there's a little bit of ton of muscle. And I can't stand back now because it gets too dull. So okay, well, there you go. So you're seeing it. So now, okay, guys, like at the very least, be at this level. Okay, be at this level. I mean, at least at the very least, have this much of a physique to you. You know, I'll just, you know. Okay. Take the camcorder outside, out in the kitchen out there, but and you know, you wouldn't believe it, but when I look at myself in a mirror, kills me, see? I actually look a little bit slimmer along the waistline than I seem to kind of appear here. Now I gotta tell you here right now, I'm not telling you a word of lie. The jeans that I'm wearing here right now, these jeans, they are 29 waist. These jeans are 29 waist, and sometimes, especially if I haven't bothered to eat for a day or so, and my stomach's going right down, they're actually loose. And I'm not really super tight now, just to get my stomach at. You know, I think that, you know, I get my see? But I'm telling you, they are actually a 29 waist. So my waist is around 29 inches, if not a tiny bit smaller than that. When, like, I'm a little bit bloated right now because I'm after drinking a little bit and ate early and all the rest of it. So when I don't have that going on, my stomach will even be down a little bit more, sort of thing. And so, you know, I trying to prove to you, and the only reason I guess I look a little chunky around the waistline on the camera anyway, is because my upper body isn't built up anywhere near where I would like for it to be, so I look more in proportion, sort of thing. So, now, So you should, whoever you may be, you should at the very, 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 very least have a physique similar to that. That, and then gradually working its way up, being slimmer and trimmer and more toned and so on, above and beyond that sort of thing. Now, if there's any guys out there who are in better shape than I am, and you're okay with my shape, well, wonderful. But the thing I want to let you know is that I'm not comfortable with my shape and I want to improve it. So the promise that I will make to any fit guy out there who is much, much fitter than myself, who cares about his physique and wants to stay in better shape, is I will work out with you. I will want to work out with you. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to fix my chair here again. I will want to work out with you. Not too much of a story to now, see? Everything you do on these these things is backward from what you're actually doing. See? Because like I want to get in better shape. Like I want to get in much, much, much better shape than I currently am. So I give you that promise right now, that with me, you're not going to have somebody that's just going to let himself, soon as he gets what he wants, he's going to let himself go like mad sort of thing. If you are into physical fitness, and you want to stay into physical fitness, and keep yourself in great shape and all the rest of it, well, I will do it with you. I will be more than happy to do it with you, and we can improve ourselves physically together. I'll make you that promise. I mean, even before I meet you, I'll make you that promise. Because like I want to have the best possible physique that I can have. Like well into my years. I want to be going around as an 80-year-old with the physique of, well, a 50-year-old or even 40-year-old. Okay? Like I don't want age to be a factor with anything. Everything is too much age. Of course, there's always been that problem, I suppose. Everything is too much age related, and people get written off too damn easily when you reach certain stages in your life. So if you hit 40, you're a write-off by anybody under 40. When you reach 50, you're right off by anybody who's under 50. And now I'm saying I could be okay with an Asian guy in his 50s, a good-looking Asian guy in his 50s. I know. I've seen his. I've seen images of him on Google Image. I think he's got an Instagram account. Unfortunately, he don't have a YouTube account, but he's. I think he's 2, 3, or 4 years younger than myself. He's in his early 50s. Oh my God, the man has got the physique of a 20-year-old. Better than a great many 20-year-olds out there. I mean, a phenomenal physique. So, I mean, he's a huge inspiration to me to help me believe that it is physically possible to have a phenomenal physique well into your years. I mean, he's been working at all his life and all the rest of it, so obviously, it's, he's got that going for him sort of thing. But, the simple fact of the matter is this, okay, this is not even, I don't know, I shouldn't even have to be saying it because it's just common knowledge. Anybody can find this out without any problems. If you've already got a naturally slim physique, and if you very early on in life make the attempt, consciously make the attempt to eat well and to stay active and so on, so you keep that slim toned physique all your life, starting out early on, and then you keep doing that all throughout your life, you will maintain a beautiful physique. Slim, toned, firm, solid, gorgeous, like well into your years, well into your 50s, 60s, 70s even, and science is kind of coming up with all kinds of miracle through research and so on, things that are discovering, the things that we can do to enhance our physique and enhance our features, enhance everything further and further on in life, sort of thing, So people don't have to get written off at certain stages in their life anymore, like maybe they would have at one time before in their lives, one time before in the past, we'll say, because everything's changing now. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, for me putting myself out there the way I'm doing, in the age bracket that I'm in, I don't want people in their 20s and 30s looking at me and saying, well, what would I want about that old fart for? Or that old geezer, or whatever term they want to use for me. Like, don't think that way. Don't be that way. Take a chance. Take a chance. I mean, particularly if you're an old school kind of younger person, that you do enjoy like classic things, and you like to dress in a classic kind of old school manner, and you got that old school kind of personality about you, sort of thing, and you can't even find people your own age that you relate to. There you go. Like, take a chance. What can I say? Take a chance. And what I like about Asian guys is that you come from conservative backgrounds anyway, and you don't kind of like, a lot of you don't think and act the way Western guys do. So I got that going for me as well. I hope. 21 minutes. I gotta just shut this off very quickly here now, and start up again in a moment. Okay, guys. I'm sorry about the way I'm cutting this off, but like if I just jibber just go on anyway, so I just cut it off here. And I'll try to make this next one my very last one for this evening, because I'm actually wearing myself out anyway. Okay, take care. Out for now.